Alright guys, this is Chris with Big Dog Outdoors. We're continuing our food plot series. What we're going to do today is we're going to spray this food plot with herbicide, kill off all this vegetation. It's good to do this early in the year because a lot of these plants that are in here are going to seed earlier. If you spray them late, the seed's already gone back into the ground. So what we're using is a foliar herbicide. It's a combination of glyphosate and clean cut. The product name is actually Rodeo. I happen to have a commercial applicator's license for the state that I live in. So I have access to a little bit different product, but glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup. You can use the same thing. Obviously the backpack, this is not your standard backpack, but just a little pump up spray bottles will work just fine. So we're going to go in here, we're going to spray this whole food plot. This particular product will kill the grasses, it'll kill the broadleaf plants, and then we'll come back in here after we've got it all done and we'll treat it again if it didn't get the kill that we wanted, and then we'll plant it. So we're going to walk over here, get started spraying a little bit. We're spraying real early in the morning. It's a little windier than I like, but there's nothing really up here that I care if it kills. With this being a foliar application, it gets on the bark of trees, it doesn't matter. So we're going to get this sprayed, and again, it doesn't take a lot, so you don't have to worry about that. But spraying it early in the morning, it's going to give us a chance that when the sun really gets up and hits, dries all this out, we'll be good to go. And it should start killing it by tonight. So we're going to put a trail camera up here so you can see the day-to-day progression of how it dies off, and we'll add that in towards the end of this video when you guys finally see it. So let's get start spraying. Another thing too, if you want to spray a bigger area like this, start at the back and work your way towards where your exit route is. That way you don't have to keep walking back and forth through it. Put my PPE on. On taller trees and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you get the whole thing. Definitely, when you spray this stuff, you don't want it dripping. You just want it covered enough that it can absorb into the leaves. Try and cover the entire plant. You don't want to cover so much that it's dripping off the plant. That's just wasting your product. So I think if you're actually interested in doing this, by now you will have figured out that this stuff is not cheap. Alright, what we got here, you can see these plants, they're already starting to dry out. Here's a better one. Hopefully you can see it. It's not completely soaked, but it is completely covered. You don't want it dripping. That's the kind of plant that you don't want growing in your food plot. That's a hickory tree, sapling. So we definitely don't want hickories growing in our food plot, unless you planted it there. But anyway, this is the same food plot that we were in earlier this year. You've seen all the other videos on. And And one thing I do want to warn you about, anytime you're using herbicides, you want to stay within the application rate. It all depends on what herbicide you're using, what concentration is, so I'm not going to get into trying to coach you on what you should and shouldn't use. It really depends. But going outside those application rates is a violation of the federal EPA laws and in a lot of cases state EPA laws. So make sure you stay within those label rates. It may seem like it's watered down, but it doesn't take a whole lot. Those rates are based off of a rate per acre. If you don't know how big your food plot is, take the length times the width and divide it by 43,560. And that'll give you how many acres it is. So use that to figure up your application rate. But anyway, we're going to get a trail camera set up here, and we're going to go from there. But that's how the food plot looks right now. It's about what we expected. And you don't have to worry about this stuff again because it's foliar. It won't be getting into the ground. If it does, it's not going to stay there and harm anything. So before too long, we'll let this stuff die off. We'll get up here with the rototiller, start getting some of this stuff in, and getting it planted. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Alright, well, as you can see, we're up here, and we've got decent kill. This is what it looks like after. It's pretty much just bare dirt and dead grass, but the biggest thing when you're using these herbicides that you want to target is the woody vegetation. But it's also not bad to have it kill everything. So we're back up here for round 2. We had some pretty good kill. I got sidekick number 1 with me. That's Caden, and there's Zach standing over there. But we're gonna give this thing another shot. Give it about, I don't know, 3 more weeks, and then we're gonna bring in a tiller and till it up and plant it. So you can see where we're at. And we're going for round number 2 using the same application methods and products that we used the first time. So anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap this one up. So thank you all for watching, and look for another part on when we actually plant the food plot. So take care, stay tuned. This is Chris, Big Dog Outdoors. Thanks for watching.
You won't let me hold it.